passenger on Gene Soucy International Airlines. That passenger has a seat between the wings on our side of the fuselage. We're on Gene Soucy Airlines. There are no complimentary beverages, no complimentary food, but there is always is Gone with the Wind. Out there between the wings, in the area where there is what we call a javelin strut that connects the flying wires, the stainless steel flying wires, is Miss Teresa Stokes, wing walker extraordinaire and professional artist. We'll tell you about both of those professions. Now, I'm going to tell you, too, as they turn around, you're not going to see Teresa. She's going to change seats a little bit, and she will disappear for a moment as Gene brings the Showcat biplane, the one-of-a-kind Grumman Airshow airplane, back into the show line. But then she will reappear courtesy of the great skill of Gene Soucy. Now, in the world today, people that work outside of aircraft are divided into two groups. They are wing walkers and wing riders. There, between the wings, as you get to view it. Now, what's the difference between a wing walker and a wing rider is simply this. A wing rider takes off on the top wing, strapped in for the takeoff. They go through all of the aerobatic maneuvers, strapped to the top wing. They land strapped to the top wing. They are very brave people. The other half or so are wing walkers who free themselves from that stanchion on the middle of the top wing and actually visit different points around the aircraft. Now watch, Gene's got the power back and the speed slow. That means Teresa is in transition. She is leaving, hand over hand, foot over foot, that position between the wings, to go to the top wing and then wave to you and I. And Teresa is going to be restrained by a big webbed belt attached by cable to that hardware on the top wing. Why? Well, folks, clearly it is the law. It is the law. She's been turned the airplane upside down. If Teresa wasn't attached by that web belt to the top structure on the wing, she would merely fall away. Just like you releasing a coin or a pencil or a pen, it's going to go to the airplane. Later, she will unhook from that top wing and be performing different points. She'll be moving again to a different point on the outside of the aircraft. We have talked about the airplane when Gene flew solo. We talked about Gino when he flew solo. Now it's time to talk about his wing-walking partner, Teresa Stokes. She combines two very unusual professions. She is a gifted artist. As a natural talent, she started to paint at age 4. It was just a gift that she had. Now she has been painting professionally since she was a teenager. Teresa studied art at the Maryland Institute College of Art and at the Atlanta College of Art, where she researched World War II aircraft in London. There she was elected associate member of the Guild of Aviation Artists. Stokes Aviation Art back in 1977. So the same hands that guide her around the airplane during these performances since way back in 1988 are also the skilled hands that are commissioned to do that very intricate work. Also, Teresa is commissioned to do one of our presentations for the International Council of Air Shows as we induct individuals into the Hall of Fame. Some have gone before us, some are still alive, but Teresa does their presentation on that actual plaque so that it is recognizable, so that the person is recognized by anybody who knew them or only saw them in pictures. That too is a great gift. I learned something from her years ago. She said I can do a better job on those tracks if I can look at the person's eyes. And I took that as a way that an artist actually sees the person's soul through their eyes. Man, she is talented. She created artwork on the album cover for the rock group Aerosmith on their Rocks CD album. And she was responsible back in the late 80s for the original paint scheme that we're seeing on the side, in front, and back of Gene's show cap. All right, now with Teresa on top and on the outside of the airplane. She does not present a big target from here. Teresa's about 300 pounds, and you wouldn't think she would affect the outside of the airplane, but she does. Efficiency of the aircraft in the air, so that Gene has to adjust his flight. He just climbed for greater altitude because in a dive it takes outside the aircraft. That's how much it affects the plane. Teresa is a very great soul. You know, across the globe, there are only about 16 or 18 individuals working on the outside of an airplane like this, weekend in and weekend out. It is a very brave thing to do. Many a macho guy have gone up there and say, I want to do that. They get up there before the engine starts and, oh, they forgot they have to go to town and pick up their kids from school, or, oh, yeah, I got a doctor's appointment. I better get down. End of the 1988 and the beginning of the 1989 airshow season. Temporary job. She has been at it nonstop from that time to this. Now, Teresa, hanging upside down, is going to now unstrap from the airplane. Gene's going to fly straight and level passes. On each one of the passes, Teresa is going to strike a different pose, free and clear of any restraints. No ropes, no wires, no cables, and no parachute, because a parachute would only get in the way, and they work so low. Low and to the left. This is a maneuver Teresa calls the side saddle. Setting up a different pose on that top post, and holding it there for eyes and cameras to see. Now Gene Sissy will again do a gentle crop duster turnaround, and Teresa will strike a different pose if they have the time in their sequence. What we should see next after the side saddle is the flying lady. Now always that propeller is turning up there, that very strong propeller turning up there, intimidating the wing walker, scaring the life out of me, to tell you the truth. That's something else you have to contend with. Don't stretch out forward too much. So as they make their way back in, watch for Teresa to be striking a different pose. This one called, or as we're fond of calling her, the hood ornament. Please don't tell Teresa I said that. Now folks, this next one is my personal favorite as they visit the control tower on the other side of the field. In this short turnaround, Teresa is going to describe to you how she feels about the people of Dayton, the history of aviation in this great community, the people from the surrounding areas, and all of our guests here at the show this weekend. And also their great sponsors at Wright Brothers Aero. On their North American tour, Tulsa Aircraft Engines, Oregon Aero, Goodyear Tires, Champion Aerospace, Hooker Harnesses, Concord Batteries, and Aero Shell. Folks, Teresa has flipped for Dayton, Ohio. In that short turnaround, she is now standing on her head. You will see feet and legs into the air. She does a little inverted jogging How she did that, I don't know. Give Teresa a big round of applause. Now, you know the rule of science. Whatever is upside down has to get right side up again. There's a lot of physical strength required to flip back to the right side up position. Watch how they do it. Gene's going to do a steep climb, and then after that steep climb, he's going to go weightless like they do in outer space. Teresa will be floating from upside down to right side up, thereby giving her the greatest amount of ease to get right side up again and not necessarily have to expend too much energy. Now the next pass is dedicated to you, the spectators, and it's also the teamwork pass. Teresa has moved back to the front of Gene's office, his cockpit, and he will be flying with his left hand. He will be shaking hands with Teresa with his right hand as she leans over to his office, and then they will wave to you, the crowd. Get this in your cameras. Gene, Teresa, and Susie Stokes and the show cam. You know, they meet a lot of people at air shows, and the standard questions come to Teresa. You know, the kind of stock questions we all think we're real cute when we ask them, but Teresa has the stock answers, and you can imagine what the questions are. So here's just a few of their answers she gets. Yes, my mother knows I do this. No, I don't have bugs in my teeth. Yes, I need to eat before for my strength, and no, I don't get sick or scared. No, I don't have more guts than you have. Yes, I'm glad you don't want my job. And no, the pilot won't throw me off if he gets mad at me. And yes, it is safer than it looks. And the one that kind of riles any wing walker, it is, no, I'm not crazy. It's a profession. Do you get it? Safely on the ground now, Teresa.